This audio tour has audio cues. When you hear this sound, you have reached the end of the stop.
Hello, and welcome to Martin Library. You are standing in the original 1935 lobby of Martin Library, where to your right stood the first checkout desk. To your left was the children's area. Behind you, past the glass doors, stands a stunning marble staircase, also original to the 1935 building. In front of you lies the quiet reading room, known back then as the main reading room, with books, magazines, newspapers, and resources for adults. To the left of the quiet reading room doors stands the casing from the original card catalog. When the library opened in 1935, this multi-drawered unit served as the card catalog with an index card listing of every title in the Martin Library collection. The card catalog was replaced in 1992 with a fully computerized system. Martin Library has gone through many changes over the years. On October 31st, 1935, Martin Library opened its doors to a crowd of joyful people, welcoming a new age of learning for York County. The library was the dream of Milton Martin, a local carriage maker and avid learner. Born in 1859 in Lower Windsor Township, Martin borrowed books from friends and family to support his learning and further his education. Milton Martin dreamed of a place where anyone, regardless of means, could have access to educational and cultural opportunities. He earmarked $125,000 for the creation of a free public library, with another $60,000 bequeathed after the death of his wife Martha. In his plan, Martin included a stipulation for the building materials used in the construction of the library. He wanted the library to be built by York County workers with York County materials for use by York County citizens. The Martin Library Association was incorporated on April 3, 1916, with the appointment of 5 directors. Martin's bequest was invested until enough funds were available to begin construction in 1934. Frederick G. Dempwolf was hired as architect. Inspired by the architecture of Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Dempwolf mimicked its elements in designing the Martin Library lobby. The original woodwork in the library was influenced by the Georgian architecture style popular in the 18th century. It was intended to complement the surrounding Georgian and colonial architecture popular in York City. Please turn to the left of the lobby through the archway for our next stop. The QR code is on the desk. This space was the original 1935 Children's Library, then called the West Room. A 1955 expansion created a new children's library to the rear of the building, and the West Room expanded with a second-story balcony. Space below the balcony housed numerous different collections over the years, including a Spanish language collection. In 2005, part of the balcony was removed to make space for a large circulation desk with 4 service windows and a staff area to support library operations. You can still see a portion of the balcony to the upper left of the Market Street windows. Our 2022 renovations redefine this space as a community seating area. Here you can relax, read a good book, get some work done, or wait for a turn on our computers. Care has been taken to preserve the historic nature of the area, from the wood paneling to the plaster molding. The beautiful lighting fixtures from 1935 are fully functioning, gracing both the ceiling above you and in the quiet reading room. Please enter the atrium for our next stop. The QR code is on the left wall near the TV. As you walk into the atrium, you are exiting the original 1935 library. This was once an open courtyard between the Brownstone and Martin Library. The original window casings to your right, along the wall of the atrium, looked into the courtyard area. In 2005, this courtyard was transformed into a magnificent atrium, joining Martin Library to the Brownstone building. Capped with beautiful glass and trim, the atrium brings natural light to this space and a lovely view of the floors above you. The area to the left of the atrium once housed part of the library collections. Recent renovations added airport-style restrooms and public meeting rooms. Much of our 2022 renovations served to expand, restore, and improve our public service areas throughout the building. Please walk toward the giant book display and turn left. Go down the stairs to the lower level. Previously, the Teen Forum, 2022 renovations have transformed the lower level of Martin Library to house adult computers, staff offices, a conference room, and a staff kitchen and lounge. Did you know? Computer access at Martin Library goes back to the late 1980s. This library was one of the first locations in York County to offer computer access to the public. We also were among the first with an online catalog and free technology classes. The original computer lab was in the quiet reading room. Later, it moved to the second floor reference area. Today, adult computers in the lower level offer a brightly lit space where library members can get work done without a lot of foot traffic going past. Please enter the elevator and press the 2F button for our next stop. Previously, staff offices and public study rooms, this area is now home to the Adult Nonfiction Collection. 2022 demolition and renovation of the entire second floor created new public spaces throughout its level. Step toward the atrium glass wall and look right towards Market Street. The balcony visible to your right leads to the Bill Simpson Room, which is accessible by the marble staircase and elevator. Once known as the Community Room and later the Legacy Room, this space was dedicated in 2013 in memory of Bill Simpson. Bill Simpson was a past board president and co-chair of both the 1985 and 2005 Capitol campaigns. Part of the Bill Simpson Room is older than Martin Library. Features on its west wall date to the 1770s. They were recovered from the Hahn residence on West Market Street. The family would later found the Hahn Home for Women. The hand-carved woodwork, fireplace, and display cabinets are all original to the Revolutionary War era residence. These historical features have a new life here in the library. The Bill Simpson Room hosts many public and private events. Be sure to attend and see this beautiful space. Continue towards the back of the library for our next stop. The next QR code will be on your left. Martin Library's 1955 edition of the Children's Library added a second floor, known then as the Arts and Sciences Department. It held adult nonfiction, records, cassette tapes, and later, children's nonfiction. In the 1980s, this area of the building was extended to Clark Alley to provide space for more collections and library users. The 2005 expansion widened the building and nearly doubled the square footage of the library. Today, the second floor has been transformed to a state-of-the-art area for teens and the community. Beyond the glass doors to your right lies the teen area. It features career exploration and solver spaces, a game room, a teen meeting space, a pool table, lounge areas, and the teen and young adult book collection. To your left, former home of the Adult Computer Lab, sits public meeting rooms and recording and filming studios. You'll also find the Spanish language book collection along the wall. Please go down the staircase and return to the main floor. If this were any time between 1935 and 2005, you'd be standing in an addition to the original brownstone building. The historic brownstone building sits on the other side of the elevator. It was built in 1866 for David E. Small, a railroad car manufacturer and co-owner of Billmeyer and Small. The building features hand-carved woodwork, period decor, and original frescoes painted by artists who later were selected for work on the U.S. Capitol building. The brownstone remained in the Small family until the early 1940s. Later, it served as residential apartments, the Blattner Photography Studio, and offices of Susquehanna Broadcasting, subsidiary to Susquehanna Pfaltzgraff. In 2002, Susquehanna Pfaltzgraff gifted the brownstone building to Martin Library. This allowed the atrium and upper levels to be constructed with a 55-foot tall glass addition, joining the two historic buildings together during the 2005 renovations. During these renovations, the interior of the original brownstone building was carefully restored to its 1860 state. Restoration of its facade in 2018 won the Outstanding Residential Restoration Award for preserving this magnificent piece of architecture. Today, the building serves as administrative offices and meeting spaces to support the mission of York County Libraries. Please step down the ramp along the atrium wall to enter Children's. Turn right towards the Queen Street windows for our next stop. The QR code will be on your left. Welcome to our new children's picture book area, where you can pick out a book with your child and relax in a cozy armchair near our spacious Queen Street window. Our 1955 edition included an entryway from the quiet reading room near where you are now standing. Notice the lovely piece of art by Coyote Malomo. It is called Education is Key. It hangs on the wall close to the former entrance from the quiet reading room. Turn and look across this colorful space. 2005 renovations created the Children's Library Storybook Forest. It features our storybook cottage, support columns disguised as color-changing trees, and a play area surrounded by white picket fence boxes filled with board books. The storybook cottage was gifted in memory of Rebecca Baker, daughter-in-law of John E. Baker. We'll learn more about John Baker at the next stop. Have you ever wondered why the floor behind the children's checkout desk is lower than the rest of the floor in the children's library? The lowered floor brings staff to eye level with its youngest members, creating a friendly, welcoming space for a youngster to check out a book and ask questions. What a thoughtful design! Take note of the tree mural behind the children's desk, painted by local artist Brett Greiman in 2008. Proceed along the Queen Street wall past the checkout desk for the next stop. Wave hi to the fish as you pass by. The John E. Baker Children's Library would not have been possible without the Baker family. Mr. Baker, a good friend of Milton Martin, was the first president of the Martin Library Association from 1916 to 1940. His children, William H. Baker and Salome Baker Stauffer, honored their father by dedicating the Children's Library in his name. The new Children's Library, built in 1955, featured a bay window, the Turtle Baby fountain, and lots of space for story times. The 1985 renovation of the Children's Library expanded the preschool area with the addition of the story time stairs, a seating area enjoyed by thousands of youngsters for over 2 decades. Technology arrived in 2000 when Microsoft provided a 10-station children's computer lab. Today, 16 child-safe computer terminals are available for our youngest members. Go towards the checkout desk and take a right towards the window seat. You'll be walking away from the checkout desk. The Children's Library houses a delightful collection of art. Get comfortable in our spacious window seat and take a look around. One of our most popular pieces of art is the Turtle Baby fountain, visible through our bay window. Created by Edith Barreto Stevens Parsons, an early 20th century American sculptor, Turtle Baby was discovered in France by John E. Baker's son, William, who brought it back to install in the Children's Library. The statue stayed indoors until our 2005 renovation and addition of an outdoor garden. In 2022, the fountain was restored to working order and is now part of our new sensory garden. Do you see the little girl statue close by? Her back is to you and she is looking at Turtle Baby. The little girl statue was created by Loran Jacobs, prominent local artist. Loran Jacobs' interest in becoming a sculptor was sparked by childhood visits to Martin Library and the Turtle Baby fountain. The girl statue was donated by the Rotary Club in 2005. Folklore murals along the upper wall of the Children's Library were painted by Ron Scheiding in 2007. They celebrate 21 folk tales from around the world. Do you recognize all of them? This art installation has a secret. While they look like part of the walls, they are painted on panels which can be rearranged or, if needed, they can be safely removed and stored. The artist's daughter, wife, pets, and friends are all featured among the characters. Another popular piece can be seen through the glass doors past the bay window. The Amazing Moth Cow was created by local artist Rob Evans for a public art installation in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It was donated to the library by Marcia Everton, former library board chair. Nearby is Hey Diddle Diddle, a whimsical sculpture by Loran Jacobs. The mural on the wall behind the sculpture was gifted by the Zumbrun family. The mural artist, Lauren Overlew, was a part-time employee of the library and an art student at York College. Beyond these glass doors is the home of Family Place. Established in 2005, Family Place sits on the site of the Brownstones Carriage House. The exterior was built with bricks recovered from the original carriage house. The interior is equipped with acoustic paneling, adjustable lighting, and enrichment activities for children of different ages and abilities. This is where we hold baby and toddler story time, preschool story time, sensory story time, Family Place workshops, playgroups, and other activities. The library is truly a place to grow and learn. This concludes our audio tour of Martin Library. Visit our website at yorklibraries.org. And of course, come to our library events held throughout this amazing building. Thank you for supporting Martin Library. Your support enables us to continue to grow to meet our members' needs every day. We hope to see you again soon. Thank you for listening.